Cal, did we lose you?
Hello, hello.
We
Mic check,
lost your
mic
video.
check.
It is all black for your video.
I'm not able to hear you, Rob. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yep, I can hear you. I can't see you, and my lighting is horrible. I look like a ghost. This will be a fun one. All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the World Mobile Alliance space today, our live stream, and I am Rob. I'm terrible lighting in here today, and I apologize for that. But Cal will be back here as soon as I think he just restarted his computer real quick. We're having all sorts of fun issues today. But I can see you now. All right.
Yeah, we are. Apologies. How are you, Rob? Good to see you.
I'm good. I'm glowing. I'm literally my lighting is terrible right now. I gotta do something. But no, things are going good. It's a beautiful Saturday outside. A lot happening, but it's good to be here. This is the third time this week we've been on a space. Fourth time if you count last Saturday. Four times in 8 days. We are jumping on spaces or live streams together.
We've been cooking so much. I feel like ever since we got back from Rare, like it's been nonstop. Like so many things are happening and so many different things.
But the thing is, a lot
fun.
of the stuff that we talked about, a lot of the things that we have plans to do, we haven't had the chance to even touch yet. No. So imagine when we have, 10 minutes to ourselves to actually work on some of this stuff. This is a lot happening. But that being said, we had a very full space today. We have two amazing people that I'm really looking forward to chatting with. One of them, an old friend that we just absolutely adore here on the Alliance, and then we have a new friend as well who we're going to make an introduction to the wider community. They probably know who he is, but they might not have had the chance to be formally introduced yet. So we're going to handle that as well. But before we go any further, let's bring up our longtime friend WMTx Lady. Lady, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well.
Great.
It's been a while. What's new?
It's been a while. I mean, a lot of work. And I also spoke about it in one of my articles. I have a building project in Spain that's been really soaking up a lot of my time right now because we're getting into the critical phase of the house being built. So, but still here, still enthusiastic about the project. I'm just going to be sorry about my English. Maybe it's going to be a bit rusty because it's been a while since I spoke English. So bear with me if I have to search for some words. But yeah, excited to be here. Excited to see everything that's going on, everything that World Mobile has been building. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Amazing. We actually missed you at Rare Evo this year. It was sad that we didn't get to see you. I know you've been super busy and everything, but hopefully we'll get to see you on a new and adventurous World Mobile meetup that we have been planning for a bit with Rob. And it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, Barcelona sounds cool. That's like a home game for me, so you can definitely count me in. So yeah, that would be really good if we could have a European meetup there. Would be great. It would be great to see you and all the community in person.
Yeah, I've spoken to quite a bit of people already about this, and every single person that I've spoken to says that they are coming. So I'm very excited. The event's going to be limited, though. I mean, 150 to 200 people max. So we'll make sure we involve everyone that we can, that the event can hold capacity-wise. But should be very, very fun. It'll be very exciting. Rob, we do have a second guest today as well, who recently joined World Mobile as the new community lead and social and community lead for that matter. I don't know if everyone has noticed, but there's been a ton of bots that have disappeared from the Telegram recently, and then the entire Discord has been restructured in a new way, and there's now a ticketing system that anyone can use, and just a bunch of other things. All thanks to this man. So let's bring him up on stage if you don't mind, Rob.
Hey,
Hi guys.
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being here. It's really good to meet you. I really like that shirt you're wearing too.
Hey,
Rise
nice.
above.
Rise above, as always. As we're always trying to rise above.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of shirts, we're all wearing shirts from Rare Evo over the last 2 years, except for WMTx Lady. And I have shirts for you. I brought a couple extra home, and I have all 3 of these shirts in your size. So I will be able to send this to you as soon as the show's over. I'll package it up. But yes, it's not fair that we're all wearing these and our other special guest is not. So we gotta remedy that situation.
You can count on me. I will represent World Mobile very well. Whenever I go running, I will put on one of these shirts. So would be great. Thanks.
So Manifesta, you are here with World Mobile.
Yes.
Just before we get going and everything, just tell us a little bit about yourself before the internet, before crypto. Like, who are you? Where are you from? What are you about?
I'm quite an interesting person. Originally, I'm from Lithuania, which is a very small European country. But I live in UK for more than, I think it's around 14, 15 years. Before any crypto, I think I was just normal dad. I have 2 sons. I was just working day to day. Always was working in the businesses, managing businesses, infrastructure, was always learning to code. I'm a self-learning developer too. I'm also a computer science student, which I got a couple of years still left to do, which is quite boring. So hopefully next year is going to be a little more challenge. But when it comes to crypto, I think it's one of those like funny stories. Like, one guy told me about this, I checked it, I bought it, made a couple bucks, and I just started kind of digging into it. But I've always been kind of into communities. Always been managing communities, starting with gaming. I was a big gamer. I was streaming like Call of Duty, Counter-Strike. I used to play like leather games, like all these like OG games. And I've always been in Discord, Reddit, Telegram, trying to build something cool when it comes to gaming, when it comes to community interactions, and just really how it started. And then also when I find out about crypto, this kind of magical internet money thing, just start joining communities. I think one of my first communities were Elrond Network, which now it's Multiverse, which is a quite big project at that time. So we start building, campaigns for the projects with the community. We were growing community quite really fast and quite a lot, which was like 6-7 years ago, when it was so easy to kind of sell the idea about crypto, like sell people to join the community, to check the project. Like, it was super fun. And then since then, like, I was starting to notice, I can do better. Like, and I was started getting like smaller jobs, managing more socials, managing more internet, and start to think like things around what we could do better. And yeah, start working in DeFi, and any gaming projects like NFTs. Like, never worked in any meme project. I think that's a bit a strange one, but I never really understood memes, which obviously some of them make a lot of people very successful. But I was in gaming. I was working with BitRivals, Geopoly, which were really amazing projects, really amazing platforms. Unfortunately, did not survive, which was really sad. But I was the only guy, like, I think, when it was like everyone was yelling to whenever the price is down, and like you can't really give the answer. You can't do a lot. And then find out developer communities. So for guys who don't know, I was also a community manager at Midnight, which is L1 development, L1 chain from Cardano. So that community was only just purely developers, which I love the most, because I was learning how to code, how to build my first bots on Telegram, on Discord, build a chain, build a token, build a contract. So that changed a lot from my perspective. I'm also been working with AI startups, with educational systems, and yeah, I also was working in Gemini. Well, I was working with the Bard before it became a Gemini, which then I started working with AI, started understanding the technology behind it, started getting deep into it, and then just growing my experience through that. So I've got quite diverse experience when it comes to marketing, communities, from really every single directions. I've been working with centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, like anything you can think of, which in 7 years it sounds a lot, but as you probably guys aware, space is changing rapidly. So one door closes, new doors open. So it's the same pretty way I found about War Mobile, which I was quite aware of it. And then I think it was the Mike, who is the marketing director, who just kind of stopped along, started speaking. I was starting to share ideas, what is bad, what is good, what we could do a lot better. And then just like one day, had a couple calls and said, do you want to work with us? I was like, with no hesitation, yes. And that's how we really gets into it. So it's definitely a lot. Quite few community members know me personally. And for those that already spoke, I mean, really warm welcome that I received. Really great community. Actually, one of the rarest communities that, if you look a bit deeper than it actually is, it's one of the best communities out space. Like I can say from experience, I can say from the way that we're actually doing stuff right now, we're building. It's amazing. It's not a lot right now because still everyone, it's all about the token. Everyone cares about the token. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I think that's a bit about me. So, but yeah, if you have any more questions about me, guys, join Discord, join Telegram, even on socials. I'm trying
we're gonna shower you with questions today.
Hopefully not. But yeah.
You know what's funny? That what they say, like if you have managed a gaming community, like you're able to survive everything, because these gaming communities are pretty gnarly.
Oh man. Especially Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, like you name it, like those guys are. It's like a horror movie.
It is a horror movie. Yeah, I say that because I used to play Counter-Strike professionally way back in the day, and I know how it goes. It's pretty fun.
Is it 1.6?
1.6, yeah.
OG.
That's what I used to do. The OG. Yeah, I miss those days. But now it's all about World Mobile. It's funny that it's not actually funny that you said that. It actually put a smile on my face when you said that community and World Mobile. It's and you've entered and you haven't seen a community this passionate. And I have to agree with you. Like World Mobile is all about community, and I really like that. This is like the first thing that you said about World Mobile that stood out to you the most, which is very important to hear. You've done quite a bit now that you've been part of World Mobile for about a month or two now. Maybe it's been 3. I'm not 100% sure.
It's about 2 months, yeah.
Time flies. But yeah, you've restructured the Discord, the Telegram, why, what was like the first thing that came to you, and why did you decide to jump on these things like first?
I don't know. As like I'm also like to be perfectly honest, I'm not too sure why people so like they're saying, oh, like you've done a lot and it's like a really big thing, which from my side it's not. Like, so whenever I start working with the community, for me safety is the most important thing. Whether it's a gaming community, whether it's AI community, safety is important. It doesn't really matter whether it's a blockchain project, whether it's AI startup, whether it's like a Reddit community. Scammers is relentless, and it's like, especially with in the AI ages, it's way easier to kind of trick people into sharing your seed phrases, sharing your personal details, or just even like by downloading like a very simple PDF file that can just instantly steal every single passwords. And so instead of looking at the engagement, which I'm pretty much was aware that there are engagement, there are real customers with the real problems. So that's why I really loved about World Mobile. So for me, it was like, check the security, and see where the biggest issue was, because the staging things, but also noticed that there was not a lot of it. Like there was, but there's like people kind of people inside this community are already mature enough to understand what is really a scam, or someone trying to impersonate, like, let's say, an admin or a team member. So that was really good. But for me, myself, I've seen a lot of issues. Start to sort anti-scam as quick as possible, and impersonation. Sorry. So, and because of my development skills, I was able to build quite systems that already were checking who is impersonating, who's trying to scam, who can I quick straight away. Like we removed thousands and thousands of accounts. Like for those who've been with War Mobile, you probably aware there was like tens of thousands of people in certain channels. But now there is like maybe 1,000, maybe a 2, which then represents me that, okay, this now it's in a place where people can interact safer. I can have some fun as well. But yeah, you cannot build a community on top of the place where people get robbed, right? Everyone knows that. So any clever engagement in the world of is pretty much worthless if someone loses their bag in DMs, right? Then routing, like people, for me, what is also is important is data. Some of the community members already naming me Mr. Data, the Thanos, or whatever they want to name it. But for me, whenever the community says something, for me, it's a data. Whether the data is useful is for me to decide, because when I first started getting into the history a bit, it's like I've started to notice that people were asking genuinely good questions in the channels where pretty much the new member or maybe a team we're gonna miss those questions that are really critical, right? And because of those questions and the feedback, I always want to try to build a system as well. Like I build like amazing dashboard as well for myself that I'm able to track every message, like every person who's been asking, but then build that into the funnel where I can then send to the developer teams, to marketing teams, to Mickey, to other leadership teams to say, okay, this is what we need to do, and this is what we need to push out the comms, maybe a call, or maybe something that people are really frustrated about and we kind of missing. And especially like the War Mobile currently live kind of in those two channels, it's very hard to catch everything up. And then because of that, I built a system that I can get everything in, and daily, whether it's weekly, I can see what community needs, what they're asking, what is the problem with the product, whether it's eSIM, whether it's 8 nodes, or any kind of product that we're going to be building in the future. We're able to act on it, present back to the community, and then improve as we move forward. And obviously, as a community, this side, it's very hard to kind of notice the people that are really cool people. Like, whether it's you just like bought a token or you bought a node, but you are super helper or you're quiet. That's what person I'm also am. I want to kind of raise those peoples up and work with them together with the community, whether it's a post, whether it's an article, or I want those people to be visible and be rewarded for that as well in any way, shape, or form. So those people are the gold mine, and that's where I think especially the War Mobile community has tons of it, like people that maybe grab like really cool videos or an image or
WMTx Lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen their articles, but they're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they're seen it.
They're
I read
else.
It. So well done,
awesome.
Sandra. But yeah, there are really huge amount of people that contributing towards the project every single day without even sometimes receive a thank you or a message for someone or leadership, like, thank you for your continued support. Whether it's the bad days and the good days. So this is what I'm trying to build next. Like Telegram is very easy for me to build around, make it safe, bring new people in. But that's a very small vision for me. I have a lot bigger vision where, we need to expand it. Like we need to see new places. We need to see where we can also build communities for the new and current communities, because I'm feeling that it's just not enough. And currently live like, we have a map with all the nodes and all the like hectagons and stuff like that. Like currently, like I would say, like if you guys see in the background, like there's a big M, we're just living in that specific space. So the rest of the honeycomb is kind of unexplored. So this is what I'm kind of trying to explore and build and spread the World Mobile community a lot wider. So the community has a lot more to do, a lot more explore. I will also kind of be educating and help the community to get there. And this is why they believe that we need to be like quite a lot of community members saying like everyone's gonna get yellow pill. So I kind of loved it, and I just this is my goal, that make everyone yellow pilled at this moment of time. But yeah, it's whatever I've done right now. It's just really literally a start. So whoever is gonna be joining next or Korean community, all I can say, you guys gonna have some fun, learn a lot, and that's the thing about me as well. Like I never managed the same community in the same way. Like you guys are also pretty experienced in crypto. Like whenever you join a Telegram or Discord, it's exactly the same template, right? You do this, there's an announcement, there's like, I don't know, Z-League, West End, or any like marketing structure that you can participate in, and that's pretty much it. And that's where I think projects just making a huge mistake. So whenever I do stuff, I'll always just build from scratch and something new that fits the customer, fits the community member, whether you are a token holder, an earnode operator, or anyone, or in any way you kind of involved in the business. So a lot more coming. It has a lot more building as well, which obviously takes time. Nothing ever grows overnight. But I'm sure with this community, it's just endless possibilities. And I'm pretty sure the community will appreciate and also will be able to contribute a lot more. But yeah.
I like everything I'm hearing. It sounds like you really are thinking outside the box here, and
Yep.
and I really do appreciate that. I also like the fact that you said that you are trying to target not only the active community members but also the silent ones. And
Yes.
there is a lot of those, and they don't participate in the chats. They're just, they're huge token holders. They're, big operators, and they're just sitting in silent, but they're reading every message. They're there. I know they're there because I talked to some of them, right? And it would be also good to hear from these people from time to time again. So I like that you're thinking outside the box and you're thinking about these people as well as the fact that you're very data driven. I was just literally in a webinar yesterday, and we were just talking about the same thing. Like everything is driven by data, right? Marketing, sales, like all of it. So I love that. You've also built a pretty cool website. I was looking at it.
Which one?
About 30 minutes ago. Which one, right? It's your own personal one.
Okay.
.sh. It's pretty cool because like not a lot of people have a website like that. Like you can just go there, download your resume, like learn about your experiences.
Yeah. Actually, I thought you were talking about the other one. Actually, that's a funny story. That's my actual CV. But at the same time, okay, I'm actually trying to build something for make it a bit more fun. But yeah.
I feel like there's always something coming with you, huh? Like I've seen the dashboard too that you built. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you're ever going to show that to the community.
I will. I will cool. in a simpler form of whatever I have right now. But again, and that's where I want to showcase what I'm building with the community, with certain people, because obviously you never know who you showcase to. But definitely like ambassadors, liaisons, and like the community people that are impressing me every single day will get to access, will be able to get feedback, learn about it, see it, and then contribute towards the broader vision. But
sorry, Lady, I didn't know if you want to jump in there or not. You know that I can kind of hog the microphone
Sorry.
if you let me.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw you trying to talk, so I'm gonna let you ask the next question.
Apologies, guys. I'm a very big talker, so
No, no
sorry.
problem.
Well, I just had a question for you about something you kind of touched on this a little bit, but you've also kind of opened it up a bit too that I want to know some more. But you've talked about the community here, and that's something that Clover and I especially have. It's been our focal point since we started this almost 4 years ago, the Alliance, and just trying to build community, trying to build engagement, get people educated, active, excited about all the different things World Mobile offers, the mission, the mindset, everything. And so I'm wondering, coming into to World Mobile a couple months ago officially, what are some things that you really like about the community? I know you've touched on this a little bit, but what do you see that, like, what is this community doing well, and what do you think we have room for improvement on as an entire community? Oh, do we lose you, Manifesta?
Oh, is it a question for me? Sorry.
Oh yes, no, yeah, yes, for you, please.
Sorry, can you repeat that question again? Like,
yeah, I was just we focused so long on trying to build up the community, get people active and engaged, and for somebody who's new coming into this, taking over a role where you're seeing all the stuff, all the stats, all the data behind the scenes. What do you like about this community? What do we do well? And then also on the flip side, where are some areas that you want to see improvement in growing this community?
Yes, apologies again. I was explaining, I was looking at a lady, she was maybe say something, and I'm like, she's not okay, like you said, Manifesta, wake up. It's just showing up, and I don't really mean it that it's a polite thing to say. There are people here who've been around for years, even longer than I've been employing in World Mobile, who's still there every single day, arguing about the token, arguing about the roadmap, or anything that we do with new or existing people inside the community. And it's not normal. Like plenty of communities are quiet, and quiet means nobody really cares about, unless we're still seeing kind of in a space like, okay, there is like very popular chain, few very popular maybe influencers or KOLs. They do the bid, the people join for rewards, and then after the token launch and see you later, alligator, we don't really care anymore. We move up. But for World Mobile, you can. It's just different. Like everyone has their own kind of how to say that? I'm looking for the right word. Like everyone has like a very honest personality, like their own thoughts, their own experience, and they're doing extremely well. And then I think what would surprise the other community members, let's say, that might come from different infrastructures, even change, they would be surprised of how even just the message length, like if you join other communities, you see like it's only just GM, how are you? I'm good, and that's really it. Well, if you join even our Discord or Telegram, it's just like sometimes it's just articles as a one message, and then you have to read it. You start to kind of translate into what you want to try to say, which is super cool to see. And then again, it's very rare, and I'm still kind of surprised by the only thing that I would say is it's just people are still kind of negative. I mean, I understand why in certain occasions, but yeah, and a lot of people are like properly technical, like which makes my job better as well. I don't have to like create different like tutorials or PDFs or like a slides or whatever to explain everything. People already know probably more and could explain things better than myself at this moment of time. And you can put actually spec in front of a World Mobile community, and it will read it and come back with to me with sharper questions, with better feedback. and maybe they will spot something that I did not, or maybe the team might not able to spot it out as a feedback, and they won't be afraid to shout it out loud. When it comes to opportunities and what communities should do better, which obviously, again, I love what the people who are actually contributing, I love what they're doing. I think it's like, again, what I mentioned at the beginning, it's just, we need to just a bit more spread out. Currently, like, again, we are in Discord, Telegram, and Twitter. Yeah, Alliance doing an amazing job with the streams, with the podcasts and calls, with WMTx Lady with articles. But the people that, constantly be doing the same stuff, it's very hard to kind of get those certain voices and get those certain people that actually are the same as they are, but they might not live in this like certain space like X or Twitter. Like, so opportunity is quite a lot. Like, I'm already looking at certain forums or certain places that I could put for mobile in and craft as a one database or one Google index site that we can actually reach more people, because we don't, at this moment of time, we don't have such channels where we could, where it actually could work for us, right? I was about to say also, and yeah, that's at this moment of time is just biggest opportunity that we are almost nowhere outside of our own rooms. So we need to get out there. Even just for those who may be listening, and one of the guys may be creating a Twitter space, go look at our Reddit. Maybe there is like a cool Facebook group that might speak about deepin or side hustles, or even us from the token perspective. So maybe that person can find a cool room that we can go there as one united room and can attract those users from outside of our current room. But obviously, what I've said is not criticism, and as a community, especially as a certain people like you, Rob and Clover, like, and with WMTx Lady, you're superior speakers like David. Like, there are a lot of community members that are amazing. I'm doing that. So I would love to see those community members not only on Twitter while creating amazing images or articles, but maybe they're really good at TikTok. I want to go on TikTok. I want to go on Instagram. I want to be on Twitter Shorts. Like, I'm going to be everywhere. And obviously with Alliance help and the community, I'm sure we're going to be doing a quite amazing job. And that's where I see the biggest opportunity so far. But more on that in the future.
Yeah. Like you said, I had an interesting conversation with Kyle on through message last weekend. We're still in a very technical community, and I think that one of our challenges is that World Mobile, for someone that's like non-crypto or non-technical, it can be quite difficult to comprehend like a decentralized business model. So how do you tend to address those people that are currently not in the crypto community, and do you have a vision for that? Maybe some alpha, or maybe some things you can share surrounding that part?
Actually, yes. So how to explain it? In a simple way, I want to create a doors that everyone could get knocked into it, but when you open, you have multiple parts to participate, whether it's how to explain it? I don't know. That's the thing about me as well. Sometimes when I talk it too much, I'm already kind of could say things that I'm not entitled to say yet. But basically, what I'm trying to build is the doors where whether you're a crypto user, whether you had never heard about crypto user, whether you're just a traveler, just want to get a SIM card, or you want to become a node operator, or any things, you knock once, you open, and you can see the paths where you can actually join as the community member, where you see this. Same-minded individuals that you can get into conversations, get the support, ask the questions, or even participate in various activities where you'll be understood, and you're not just gonna be, bombarded with all these like I can say clearly all the negative thoughts or about the project, or 2,000 word explanation about something that person won't be interested. So it's the same thing that, you know, if you put the technical person and the person that just wants ask how to purchase a SIM card, right? So if you put those two persons in one room, first thing they will never have to not gonna have to say anything to each other, and most likely they're gonna leave. So that's the thing where we also struggle, and that's what I'm trying to build, which is quite complicated, and obviously will take enormous efforts from everyone to kind of go in there, you choose where you want to go, and that's pretty much it. That's not only with, you know, with the community channels, that's the same thing with the websites, you know, with the, and that's where, you know, and the team is working really hard to kind of make everything accessible for everyone, but they see different information, different doors, and where they want to go. So that's the kind of the bigger vision, which is not an easy task to do, but I think it's really important, because if you do not do this, it's just going to be really, really hard to kind of even just grow the numbers in social or even community channels. So that's my vision at the moment. How that goes and, you know, how long it takes, I don't know at this moment of time, because, you know, like I used to work with the startup, which is a lot easier to kind of navigate and build all these things. But when there is businesses that's already been operating for 5 years, it's not just one thing. Oh, we need this, and we do it, and everything will change. No. So we have to go back and see, you know, what needs to be changed on this website, what needs to be changed on this website, and like call outs to where the people want to go, how they're gonna get interact. So actually, with some of the things are already in process. Starting obviously with utility dashboard, which we're trying to figure out in the right way to have every single important information to everyone in one single website. Same with node website, same with the main website, same with like everything we do. And especially with applications that I'm not sure if you guys noticed, there's maybe I'm gonna say too much, but there's 2 new applications on Google Store and Apple that is coming out with new UX, so hopefully that will help a lot too. But yeah, that's my vision. Sorry if I'm expanded a lot more on that, and if that makes any sense, but
someone about to clip that with the 2 new applications. Watch.
2 what?
Okay. I want to say hi to a couple of our regular community members, like EP and Enzo and Fake Toshi and Wave Notes and Monkey, Prana, Milky, James, Mr. James Watson joining from Florida, Mundlebert, as well as Dream and Forest. If you guys have any questions, or girls, if you have any questions for Manifesta, please put them in the chats, and we'll make sure to read them. Yeah, and I know you talked about your vision moving forward. In a couple of the plans and a couple of the things that are about to come out, but in your opinion, what do you see success? Like, where do you see success in like the next 6 to 12 months? Like, what, in your words, would make you say, "Hey, I like where this community is going. I like what I have personally accomplished," and I know 6 to 12 months is a very long time, and especially in the crypto world.
Actually, it's a very short time. Well, in crypto, yeah, 6 months.
In crypto, it's ages, you know. But in reality, it is super short. But yeah, what would you say it's success in the next 6 to 12 months if it does happen?
Onboarding. That's, I think, for me at this moment of the time, if I nail the onboarding, regardless of the persona that tries to, you know, join the community, get the plan, get the node, and everyone successfully without feeling any friction, that would be my, so far, the biggest community goal. The second one, I want to see people everywhere. So I want to receive like in Telegram, and that's where I also actually building a cool tool that whenever you post something, whether it's an article, whether it's a post, whether it's a video, whenever you post on Telegram, on Discord, I think you guys are also testing a bit, you will get like, what I want to say,
It's not like a reputation score that goes up.
No.
No. Okay,
It's something like when it comes to AI, like again, the AI will teach you how to craft content about War Mobile. And whenever it's a video, whether it's article, actually gives you, it is kind of points, because I'm building also a content system for the community that you might guys have there before, but were never utilized before. So I'm building for those people that know the craft, they want to learn, and they want to just spread message everywhere as much as possible. Like, and kind of and involve people into the channels where we need to go, whether it's a Reddit, whether it's a TikTok, whether we're gonna decide it where we want to go. I'm gonna try push people there. So I want to hear War Mobile everywhere in every single community where possible. Obviously, it's impossible to do that. But the second thing, I just want a lot more people to showcase the skill, because everyone is talented in the community, and I just want them to get. We want them to contribute and get rewarded for it as well. And just obviously customer support, I want to involve around that, because it's also a big thing, especially involved with real products. And I think this is kind of the biggest feedback I actually receive every single day. And we like all those things, we're already working on it. Teams putting a massive amount of effort towards that, especially when we're gonna be expanding the horizons. We've been in the Philippines now, and whatever comes next, and another 100 or 300,000 or even millions of people gonna get on board, we're gonna need a very cool support systems that it could be working in community, but also in the ticketing systems for our support teams as well. There are many goals, but I think the main one, like in the main one is the next one is just on the onboarding one, and because that's where the majority of projects are like failing miserably. Yes, they have people that just buy tokens, which is easy to do. When it comes to our mobile, it's not just a token, which obviously I know people love the token as much as I do, pun intended. But onboarding for me is the most important, at least for now, involving the other things that will be connecting to that, and just community interactions, building, numbers. You can make those numbers very quickly. Like I could get like thousands listens on Twitter Space with just like $3 or $5 or so. I don't want to fake it. I want to do organically as possible, and that's how I'm not afraid to kind of kick 10,000 accounts from Telegram channel and just looking like we just started the project, which is also a trick of the hat. Like usually, like whenever the project dies, obviously a lot more chains are kind of gonna get built each year as we go. People will start kind of getting into the jungle, whatever it's left, and search for those next opportunities or participation. So, and people are not getting dumber either. Like we all started somewhere, and we're gonna learn. When we learn certain mistakes, you try to kind of see at other aspects of the project inside the space. Which obviously the maturity, the numbers, the chain, the product, and well. So my goal right now is to make sure whenever the next person comes or the next wave, they understand clearly what we provide, what we can do, and how amazing community is. And everyone has a place to contribute to grow and expand. Because I mean, I've been managing communities for years. Like I've seen people like from person being so I was about to say bullish, like other way around, like constantly angry about something. And when you kind of was working with those people, like trying to explain the problems, why they're doing so. Now they're becoming moderators. Now there are people that are actually doing Twitter spaces, like YouTube shows and stuff like that. So when you start thinking that there's always something for someone to actually contribute towards the War Mobile, and I just have to show those tools, how they can do it, and then who knows, maybe it's gonna be the next War Mobile CEO. Sorry, Mickey, if you're listening this, not mentioning anything bad, but yeah, that's my next, I think, 6 to 12 months goals. which is a lot, but I'm always the guy that shows by the work. I could speak for hours, but if it does not happening as we go, that what's the point of me explaining? So I would rather show than explain.
I like that. I like that very much. Yeah. You know, they always say work speaks for itself, right?
True.
Sandra, I want to WMTx Lady, I want to ask you the same question. I know you've been super busy with things going in Spain. You've still been very active though on X, which is appreciated. You always show so much support for World Mobile. But in your words, what does success look like in the next 6 to 12 months for World Mobile?
I think that for me, it's going to be a number of things. I think that we're going to start to see the compounding effect of a lot of things that the team just has been relentlessly building. I mean, people know that I work in telecom. What World Mobile is doing, being active on 3 continents, launching a project that is addressing a 2 billion people problem that is just huge. So for me, the next big things will be the further rollout in the Philippines, Kel, like you stated and you noticed very, very well. So that for me will be a huge thing, because the economic value of a Philippine and a USA customer is huge. For me, what has been built until now is an extremely successful proof of concept. So we proved that the AirNode economy works. We proved that we can do it at scale. We proved that there is a strong community. And Manifesta, I would like to quote Michelangelo, you're doing an absolutely great job with the things you have been doing these past few weeks. So all of the building blocks are there. And so now when in the next couple of months, we're going to see World Mobile Chain going live with the Earth node network going live behind it, I think that will be a huge thing. And then next to that, everything being published in a utility dashboard where people can track the utility. Okay, people know me for the token part, but also for the air nodes, how much is being generated, how much is being processed, because that's for me the true economic value of this project is throughput. So I would really love to see World Mobile evolve from pure carrier activities to that next level. And when you talk to the team and when you listen to them, you know that there's a vision much bigger than just being a telecom carrier. You hear them talking about decentralized storage, AI capabilities, World Mobile stratospheric. So you know that there's a lot more things coming. And if we can make that shift of just being a carrier to really being an integrated all-in solution where people that have never been connected before, we can also now bang them and or offer them additional services. That's really what I'm looking for. But the vision is so big, and I'm glad that you mentioned, Cal. I'm still extremely passionate. And whenever I see a blog post or whenever I see Mickey tweeting, you just realize the scale of what they're doing. And I noticed that there are frustrations in the community regarding timelines and things that are a bit delayed. And as Manifesta said, when the token price goes down, look, I'm the first to say that I'm currently a lady in red. I'm not wearing red, but trust me, I'm also red because the token is red. But I think that you have to put things a little bit in perspective. And before I'm going to take it off the whole 20 minutes, but this is going to be my last thought. A lot of things come with exposure also. A couple of months ago, I was in a fitness room and there was a guy wearing, you know, that vintage, I'm going to call it vintage Fulham jersey with the World Mobile logo. And I was so excited, you know, like, oh, this is really cool. There are like 50 people in the gym and one of them is representing World Mobile. So I think that when we have the celebrities also taking off and giving also some brand name to World Mobile, that's really just all going to start to compound. But I'm also extremely, extremely realistic on delays. Just to close off, give you one example. My first huge contract that I won, it was in the dozens of millions of euros. I was in my car and they called me and they went like, yeah, you won it. So I was super excited. And they went like, yeah, now it's just going to go to legal. It's January. We signed the deal in November. So the implications with legal, with contractual negotiations. I can imagine that takes time, especially also with celebrities and agencies and managers, and also network builders taking off. And I can understand that the product has to be on par, because you not want to launch something that afterwards is maybe not on par. So I can go on for like 20 more minutes, but in the next 6 to 12 months, hey, even if we have 25 or 30% of what I just said, I'm gonna be happy, and I think that we're all gonna be happy in the community.
Indeed. Amen. And yeah, hopefully people can also understand that things does take time. Like we had MEA with Andrew on the Twitter space the other day, last week, I think. No, maybe this week. Like, it took 18 months from A to Z just to finalize everything. Like that's how hard it is to actually build everything properly. And then some people it thinks that, it just takes just 2 days just to kind of send an email, you get yes response, and we just launch the sale out, and that's it. Which actually was amazing, like 3 out of 3 sellouts. It's just crazy, and it just shows how people are bullish about it.
How many nodes sold on it? Was like
over 1,000,
wow,
1,177 nodes.
That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I mean, both of you guys are speaking some truth here, and I love everything you said, WMTx Lady. I have to agree with all of it. There's so much coming. There's so many moving pieces, and sometimes we forget how much gets done in such a short amount of time, and we also forget that the World Mobile team is really not that big for the amount of work that they are able to push forward. Another really important initiative that I know we're almost at the hour mark here, but something that came from a community member that Rob is also very, very involved with came through this week. And maybe Rob, you tell the story, because I feel like you're better at storytelling than me. That's for sure. So yeah, it's about Colombia, and it's absolutely amazing what World Mobile is doing there. But yeah, Rob, what do you have to say about Colombia?
Well, I'm sure that everyone has seen the footage or the newscast or a post somewhere here and there, but there was a devastating, I think it was a 7.3 earthquake that hit the western part of Colombia, and there's a lot of damage, there's a lot of devastation, there's a lot of death. And when you have natural disasters like that, it's, you don't know what's going to remain, what's going to be standing, what the needs are going to be until literally the dust settles, and you figure out what's working, what's not. People are trying to help. People are trying to do as much as they can. But there's obviously always limitations, whether that be the roads are damaged and you can't get from point A to point B, or some sort of important infrastructure is damaged, hospitals are ruined, those types of things. And in this case, one of the issues that's going on right now is telecommunications are down. In some parts they're working, some parts they're able to get back up, other parts they're still either down or extremely limited, and people are having trouble communicating. People are having trouble getting messages back and forth, figuring out what needs to be done and where, because they can't easily communicate. And so we've seen this before when there's a natural disaster and there's a need for that. We've seen what World Mobile can do. And so one of our community members named Sergio has a friend named Camilo. And Camilo is actually, he lives in the US, but he is from Colombia. And the two are talking, and he goes, "Hey, do you think World Mobile can help out with this? I don't know how they'd be able to, but I have family in this area that haven't been able to communicate with in days, or they're getting messages out, but it's hard to communicate with because of the lengths they have to go to get simple messages back and forth." And so Sergio reached out directly to Mickey and they had a conversation, and Mickey said, yes, let's do something. Let's go help provide some connectivity in this area. And so the ball started moving pretty quick. They started making plans, figuring out what type of equipment they would need to get down there and do something. We don't have licensed spectrum. We're not an MNO down there in Colombia just yet. And so there's limitations as to what you can do. You have to have, we know this from acquiring spectrum in the US. You have to have federal permissions to use certain spectrums or to use spectrums at all. And so the trick was twofold. It was what can we provide and how can we get it down there? And then also what is available for us to utilize to make this happen the most efficient way possible. So Christian Reese has been working like a madman, trying to not only gather the proper equipment, but also trying to gather the signatures and the permissions to come in there and provide this service. And so basically what's happening with World Mobile is they're sending Christian down to Colombia on Monday. And we were going to be leaving on Thursday, but we had to push it back due to some of the things Christian's working on. And so Christian's going down on Monday. Sergio, Camilo, and I believe two others are from their local community group of friends. I think they're either leaving this afternoon or late tonight. They're going to get there in the morning, on Sunday morning. And so I'm actually jumping in. I'm going to be arriving about the same time as Christian is on Monday. I threw my hat in the ring and I said, I'll go help out if you need something, and help represent not only the community like Sergio and Camilo are, but also the Alliance, and hopefully be able to, like you said, Cal, be able to be a storyteller and find out what's going on and be able to talk about it afterwards, while hopefully gaining some experience helping Christian set these things up, seeing what's needed, because at some point Christian is not going to be available to go to one of these. When something happens, when there's an immediate need, Christian might not be able to jump on that plane. So who's going to be able to? And I think the goal is, as we build up network builders, as we build up setting up franchises and installing these things, we need people that are going to be able to not only do the work, but also be able to teach how to do it. And we've talked about this for a long time with some other goals, is to set up like AirNode workshops, things like that. And so this will be kind of some hands-on training. It'll be definitely providing a very important need for people who are in a position where if they can't get the word out, the devastation and bad things will continue, because no one will know what the need is, and whether it's food and water, shelter, medical, whatever it is, you have to be able to communicate at this point. So Christian and I are heading down Monday morning. We'll get there in the evening and spend the week. We'll be coming back on Friday. I think the rest of the team that's arriving in the morning is coming back on Thursday. We're also working with Minutes Network, and they're doing two very crucial things. One is they're providing that end-to-end connectivity. They're providing those minutes so that people can make the phone calls. They can do what they need to do in order to communicate once the signal has been established. And then they're also sending Marcus from their team down. And Marcus has created multiple documentaries in the past. He's a videographer and a storyteller, and he's going to go and document what's happening there, and then what World Mobile is doing to help, and then hopefully a little bit of the immediate aftermath once the connectivity is established there. So there's a lot of moving parts to it, and it's a very exciting thing. The one thing that I wanted to share, we posted this on X under the Alliance account, but Mickey asked us if we would help out not only generating noise about this mission to Colombia, this connecting the disconnected Colombia, but also there's a lot of expenses that go with it, and not just flights or equipment, but there's a lot that's going into this. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise $20,000. That was kind of it's a lofty goal. We might not get there, and that's okay. But we figured this is going to cover the expenses for the equipment, for some of the necessary travel, for things like if we encounter people who are in need, we want to be able to help them specifically, not just pat them on the head or, you know, if there is a need, a financial need that we can help support people, not just connect them, but that might mean food and water. It might mean blankets. It might mean getting them a phone or an eSIM, ways that they're able to just do things and live a little bit more comfortably. We want to be able to have the opportunity to provide that. So we did put, we can take, you know, fiat if somebody wants to do like a PayPal or a Venmo or something, but we put address in here for EVM wallets, and then also on the Cardano chain as well. But the goal there is, we want transparency. We want to be able to show this is how much money has come in. This is where it went to. You know, we want not only just want to keep receipts, but we want to have them visible. And that's what the beauty of the blockchain is if you know how to search it, it's all right there. So we're looking for, and these are in the show notes if anyone's interested, but we're looking for anyone who wants to help donate to this, help participate in some way, even if you're not going physically. This is a community-led endeavor. It was brought to the attention of the World Mobile team by community members. They asked for assistance. World Mobile obliged, and we're going down to make that happen. And I'm, you know, I'm thankful that I'm in a position, and my family is in a position where my wife said, yes, you can go for a week and go help out if there's a need. And the guys that are down there, it was not only their idea, but they're also giving their time, their efforts, their money as well. Not asking for anything in return. And so it's a really cool thing these guys are doing. I'm very happy they had an extra spot that I could jump in as well. But so that's what's going on in Colombia, and we hope to bring back some great stories, some success, and just some very good positive reports. I did, Cal, I have to tell everyone publicly, I did steal your idea. I bought some glasses, Cal, and these aren't normal glasses. These are camera glasses. These Meta AI camera glasses.
Let's go. They're great.
So I want to, that way I'm not walking around with my phone out or a selfie stick or anything, but gather the footage. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but Cal he posted a video. I think he did on the Alliance account, but from Rare Evo. And most of that footage came directly from his glasses that have the camera built into them. And I was so impressed, not only by the quality of what came from that, but also the friend of ours in Venezuela who put all that together. I said this would be great as a little teaser. Obviously, Marcus is going to do everything for the official documentary of what's going on, but having a little bit just to show people as well, just from you know, literally my perspective. So looking forward to seeing what that looks like. Thankful to Cal for the inspiration and the idea there with those glasses.
Got to thank Mrs. Zuckerberg, you know, not me. I love it. The video came out great. I'm sure you're gonna be able to capture a lot of important moments. I wanted to excuse me. I want to take this time to thank all the donors that came through so far. Publicly, I know of two, which is Lightning Nodes, as well as the up and coming Deep Infin company. Who's going to be launching in World Mobile Chain. We appreciate all your donations. It's very, very appreciated. I think we're up to like $6,000, almost $7,000 in donations so far. A little bit less than that, but nonetheless, all of that is going to go towards this mission, and as well as anyone else who is going to be in need in Colombia. So very, very well there. We are over our time, Rob. You know, we promised WMTx Lady and Ivorus we're gonna respect their time. We're gonna keep this at about an hour, and as usual,
actually, I spoke a bit too long, so next time I will try to be a little bit short.
Well, no, it's fine. I'm sure the community, you know, they're hearing from you. They've heard from you before on AMAs, but I'm sure the community appreciated, you know, all of your experience and everything you talked about. So that was really, really nice to hear. We also love hearing from WMTx Lady. As you can see in the chats, everyone missed you. Everyone loves to see your face on our channel. So you both of you are always welcome back. We can always do this again. Spend a little bit more time just learning about UIVerus and getting to hear all your inputs, WMTx Lady, which are always great. We didn't get to touch up on a lot of different things. For example, the new affiliate program and the fact that there is a challenge going on right now with that affiliate program, which is open to everyone. So maybe I'll mention it just really briefly. But yeah, it's a challenge that essentially allows anyone to use that affiliate program, which was gated to network builders initially, now open to everyone. And there's like 3 prizes, I believe, one of which is, well, combined they're up to $5,000 in WMTx token. So for whoever sells the most air nodes until August 31st, so the end of this month. So
correct. Well, obviously you can only refer to Ember nodes, so guys, do your best.
Correct, which is really cool that you guys are doing that. Speaking of Ember nodes, Rob, right before we close the show, you want to let everyone know that the Alliance now has a new bundle offering that's going to be going up on our website pretty soon.
Yep, I'm searching not only for the unmute button, but we made a post on this as well, and let's bring this up real quick. So with the Alliance, we are obviously we've talked about this quite a bit. We sell Spark nodes, and Spark nodes are very there's very, very few places you can get them. The Alliance is one. World Mobile doesn't even sell them directly, but and they do very, very well. In fact, I've told the story how I recently bought a large amount of Spark nodes instead of buying a new vehicle. And then I went out and bought the vehicle on a loan. I financed it because my financing is 1.9% APY on the vehicle, and my earnings are 36% with the Spark nodes. And so I'm making my monthly payments with earnings, and there's leftover every month. And so figured rather than buy a brand new car and watch it depreciate in value, I bought something that's going to last for 10, 12 years and pay off that depreciating thing in 4 years, and then have income after that. And it's not costing me any more money than it would have had I just bought that vehicle outright. So definitely a believer in air nodes. And just because we have the opportunity, we wanted to make some bundles. And right now our cheapest bundle of Spark nodes, if you go to worldmobilealliance.io, it's about $3,200 for a 50 pack. And what we're doing here with these, we're doing a starter bundle that's a combo of 10 Spark nodes and 5 Ember nodes. And what's great is the Spark nodes bring a fixed return of $1.70 per month. That could go up to $1.90 once these Spark node NFTs are coming out soon. So there's an opportunity to gain even more. But then the Embers are a variable return where you get rewarded based on the usage that goes through them. And so some months they could be higher, some months they could be lower, but they bring a good average return month to month. And so we wanted to mix that up a little bit and provide you the opportunity to get some Embers and also get the Sparks, which you really can't get other places. And so, talk about price. We'll show these, but once this officially gets launched, but I'll just say it right now. The price for these starter combo bundles, the first 2, and it'll be tiered just like World Mobile, where 2 at a certain price, and then the next 7 at a different price, and then 10 or more at another price. So it kind of tiers as it goes. The first 2 are $14.99, which is less than half of what our current 50 pack of Sparks is. So it's an easier entry to get into those. And then with a very similar return overall, depending on what those Embers bring in. But then after the first 2, the next 7, if you say you bought 9 of them, you'd have to pay 2 at $14.99, and then the next up to 7 would be at $14.29 a piece, and then 10 or more, the price goes to $13.99. So you can do the math on that. right now, once we get it on the website, we'll actually have a better breakdown of what that looks like, and you will to physically see it, not just listen to me do it and try and take down some napkin math right now. But definitely some opportunities here to get involved with both Sparks and Embers without having to reserve things or wait or go through the official channel. We were told that as these orders come in, they'll be fulfilled. And so that's a really, really nice thing to have, is knowing that the moment that you pay for these things, you'll have earned for that month. And so World Mobile has really done us a huge favor in offering this, and we want to be able to share some opportunities that you might not have otherwise. So we're excited about this, but overall, it doesn't matter if it's Ember nodes, if it's Spark nodes, if it's Frontier nodes. If you buy directly through the Alliance or you buy directly through World Mobile, the reality is these are incredible. I've spent a lot of money buying these because I believe in them. It's an income strategy for me, and I can't speak for anybody else, but I tell you, I put my money where my mouth is, and I have done this, and I'm very, very happy with it. And that's why I talk about it so much, because it's something that I believe in, because I'm doing it myself. And so if this is something that you're interested more in, feel free to reach out to Cal or myself. We can talk you through the good and the bad. We're not going to try and sell you on one thing over another. I actually had somebody reach out to me and ask me about, hey, what do you think's a better investment, Sparks or Frontier? And I said, I will never give investment advice, but here's what the math says, and here's what I know, and here's what I'm doing. I was able to lay that out there. And sometimes it works better if you buy directly from World Mobile, and other times the opportunity is there if you buy from the Alliance based on what you're trying to do. So there's a lot that goes into it, but the reality is you have options and you have opportunities, and we're thankful that World Mobile provides that, because we are all participating in this. Cal, you, myself, we all have air nodes. We all believe in that. We've seen the positive benefits from that. So that's why we talk about it so much. But anyways, enough of an air node rant for today. We're at about the hour 15 mark for the show. We started a couple minutes late, and I want to respect everyone's time here and know that it's also a weekend. It's weekend evening for our guests, and it's middle of the day for us, Cal. So I think that we should start wrapping things up and moving on to what's next in each of our days. So that being said, ladies first, WMTx Lady, we'd love to get some closing thoughts from you on the space, or just where you're at in life, or any thoughts you have on the future. I know you talked about that a little bit, but whatever you want, the mic is yours.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that what I was saying is not financial advice, of course. And like you said, Rob, we're not investment specialists. But I think that I really appreciated the vision of Manifesta. It was really a breath of fresh air. So it was really nice to meet you. And I also want to thank the community, because I saw all the comments. Thank you guys for always showing up. Just some closing thoughts. I think it's just important to block out a bit the noise, just follow the signal, see what team is building, what they are putting out, follow the metrics, see the new launches in the Philippines. I mean, that's just the most important thing. I know that with token price so low, things can get really quickly sentimental or a bit, people can get a little bit mad or anxious. And I understand that completely. But I mean, this past week, I was scrolling on my X timeline, and the number of crypto projects that I saw passing by where people were like, okay, is this still alive? Are they still building? I mean, that's a question I never asked myself with World Mobile. So whether it's bull or bear, they're going to continue to build. And I'm looking forward to what's coming next. Thank you guys for having me also.
We love having you on the space, and we're glad that you're able to join us. I feel like it's been way too long, and we definitely need to make this more of a routine whenever you're available. So thank you for being here and showing up and just making the space better. We really appreciate it. And Manifesta, any closing thoughts, any ideas, any things that you want to share with the community before we take off?
I think not much. Like, again, thank you for opportunity to speak. I really love those kind of interactions, speaking with cameras, speaking with community. That's also on top of one of the things that I'm trying to do, is to also bring more team members in front of the camera, speak a bit more variety, and having a bit more fun as well. But same as WMTx Lady said, there is plenty of opportunities, and only the person can actually spot them. So if you do, just make sure that you just keep keep this opportunity for as long as possible, and yeah, ignore the noise, ignore whatever, anything that says, whether it's X, Twitter. And for myself, as all three drops are done, I had a bit more breather to come back to the community, start building again, and prepare for what's next. So if you haven't yet joined, please do. And yeah, I really hope so that we'll have a lot more to say that is more tangible and quite interesting to showcase. But yeah, thanks Clover, thanks Rob, thank you WMTx Lady, and thank you for everyone. I don't know why I'm saying like this. Like, it's been so long since I actually speak in front like YouTube stuff, so I'm kind of shy. I don't know why though, but yeah, I'm gonna be working on it.
Well, we do these about every week, and so you'll have plenty of opportunity as things come up, and you're always welcome to join and have, like I said, many more chances to do that if you are feeling
always
shy or timid. But we're glad that you're here, and so thank you as well for being here and helping us with manage a space and get people excited and involved. So Cal, what thoughts do you have as we wrap the space up?
Yeah. Again, I'm going to repeat the same thing I said a little bit earlier, just thanking WMTx Lady and Manifesta for being here and being generous with their time. I like what you said, WMTx Lady, of it doesn't really matter where we are as far as like the token goes. Like, we can be at 3 cents or we can be at $1. You know what I mean? Like the team is still going to be delivering at the same speed. So, the fundamentals is ultimately what truly matters to me, at least. As far as Colombian goes, Rob, I want to wish you a successful mission. I know how hard it is for someone like yourself who has like 5 kids and has a full-time farm that you need to operate. It's just really, really hard to be able to, out of the blue, get away and start helping people. It just shows like what kind of person you are. So kudos to you for doing that. As well as I want to wish, I know Christian's not here, but I want to wish him and Sergio and Camilo and Marcus as well. Good luck down there. I know it's not going to be an easy trip. It's going to be like a 17, 18, 20 hours flights. There's like literally no direct flights, no matter where you fly to Colombia. So it's like 2-3 flights these guys are going to be jumping across. So good luck out there. And next weekend, we're not going to be having a space. I do have something planned, as well as Rob, obviously coming back from Colombia. But we will be back on an X space on the following weekend, so we'll see everyone there. And yeah, thanks for everyone that showed up today. Appreciate the community as always, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one.
So, and just to clarify with that, I'm actually going to be probably off the next 2 weeks. So on the 5th, September 5th, X Space, Clover's going to run that. Lady, if you are available for that one as well, September 5th, I will be probably in your time zone, maybe 1 hour in front of you on the 5th. We're been planning this for about 10 months now, but we're going to Greece with the wrestling team. We had a big tournament in Athens that we're taking the kids to, and so, like I said, this Colombia thing is really popped up right at the I'll be back about 4 days, I think, before we got to fly over to Greece. But so yeah, if you're available, I know that Clover would love to have you as a host for that show as well on X. But yeah, it'll be a very interesting time. I'm just hoping that everything goes very, very smoothly. We have by the time that Christian and I get there, we will have we'll have boots on the ground. We'll have our community team members that are going to be scouting locations with. They have access to the mayor and the private security and the police and whatever they need basically to get around and verify these things. So it's hopefully everything is ready to go. And when Christian and I land, Christian get to work, and I can hopefully support him in some way. But yeah, we want to get moving and get on this, and you'll know if we are successful because as we get connected, I'll be able to start sharing things and posting things, both from my account, from the Alliance account. I'll be messaging you, Cal, sending you things as well to if you can share those. And so, like I said, hopefully it's a real smooth sailing. We know there's always some hiccups, but with our node wizard Christian going, I'm very, very excited about it. So that being said, folks, thank you for being here. Manifesto having you on here. It's great to get to know you and just hear how in depth and thoughtful you are with everything that you're doing. It's very calculated. You do an excellent job of thinking about what needs to get done, putting it into work, and then having a plan that's 3, 4, 5 steps beyond where you're at. So you're not just shooting from the hip. And I know it's hard to do that when you come in, and a lot of people have been here for 3, 4, 5 years, and you're trying to just absorb all this data, absorb all this knowledge, figure out who's who, figuring out how things work, and while also implementing a plan and being flexible. So a lot of hard work. I know that you spend more hours in front of that computer than your wife probably cares for you too.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass kicked quite regularly, so thanks
Gotcha.
for taking care of me.
Yeah, well, we appreciate it, and we know just even simple things, simple updates, simple tweaks to programs can take a lot of time to work through. And so we know you're doing a ton, and we're seeing the benefits of it. In fact, the other day we watched a raid happen where we had like 5,000 people in the Telegram, and almost 6,000 bots joined in a matter of minutes. I was literally watching it in real time and thinking, what the heck? But you put a stop to it. You put a program in place. You got rid of all that crap. And it's things like that we notice. And there's a lot of things that we don't notice that you're doing. So we're very thankful for that. And for WMTx Lady, as we said, the community adores you. You're amazing. You make every space that we have better when you're here. Your articles, your insights, your wisdom and personality. We're very thankful for that. You do a great job, and you are appreciated more than you know. And so thank you for being here and taking this time with us. So with that, as we said, we're going to be probably taking next weekend off. Clover's available during the week. I actually get back on Friday, so I would be available for a Saturday space, but it might be hard to juggle these things. And then the following week, Clover's will be running the show. So, but we'll get information updates out to you as much as possible. If you are able to donate to this mission, as we said, this is not for us, not for our crypto wallets or padding our pockets. This is specifically for people. If you want to help support what we're doing in Colombia, in the show notes is the wallets for an EVM wallet and a Cardano wallet. If you want to do something like send a Venmo or a PayPal, we could do something like that too. Just reach out privately and we'll get it taken care of. And we'll let you know exactly where that's going, so you know that this is not something that's going to buy Cal a coffee or buy me some ice cream or something like that. But very appreciative for everyone.
Some notes.
Right, or some air nodes, right? Very appreciative of what everyone's done and continues to do for this community. And this is just the next step. And we know there's going to be more opportunities. So, like I said, we want to make sure that everyone's up to date at what's going on. They feel educated, they feel empowered, and they feel like they are participating in everything that World Mobile is building. So with that, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for your weekend. And we are grateful for all of you. And we will talk to everyone very, very soon. Have a great time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.